Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Amanda Vaden, Communications Manager at Sphero. Thank you for joining us, Amanda.
Thank you so much, Fred. It's great to be here today.
Sphero is a fun company that's been around for, I don't know how many years now. How many, Amanda?
Yeah, about 10. Yeah, this is our 10th anniversary this year.
How great. Well, give us some background for people who aren't familiar with you of what Sphero does.
Absolutely. So it's a great question because Sphero has kind of had a lot of identity shifts over the years. We're probably best known for making the Star Wars toys between the years of like 2015 and 2018, which really put us on the map. But what we noticed was that there was a real need for a robotic a toy per se, or just, a programmable robot that could be used in education as well. So our round robots found their way into classrooms over the years. And in 2018, we launched our Sphero EDU program. So now, Sphero can be found in classrooms all over the world. We're loved by millions of teachers, parents, and students, just in about every country you can imagine. So today, we make really cool programmable robots and STEAM-based educational tools like Little Bits and those kinds of STEM kits that truly transform the way that kids are learning and creating and inventing through coding and other STEM and STEAM-inspired subjects as well.
And what you're out with now that parents really who might be looking for things for kids to be doing while they're either off from school or even back to school, because some are still going to be home even, what you have is the Sphero Mini Activity Kit. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And stay tuned because there's going to be kind of a more robust version of the Sphero Mini Activity Kit coming out in probably a few weeks, closer towards the end of end of August and early September. That will be ideal for blended learning, both in the classroom and in the living room, depending on what your learning environment looks like this school year. But for now, in the summer, if your kids are at home and they're looking for a way to stay engaged and busy, and you still want them to be learning, and kind of these coding activities that can be done at home through play-based learning activities, is exactly what the Sphero Mini Activity Kit offers. It's an open and go STEM kit that teaches kids the foundation of coding. And you get a lot of different things involved, but the best part about it is it's ideal for multiple ages and skill levels, and it's ready to go right out of the box.
So what's in the box? Sphero is, first of all, a robotic ball, right? More or less.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good way to describe it? And this one is small.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Sphero Mini is included. So we actually have mostly round robots, which are what you're familiar with Sphero. We make the Sphero Bolt and the Sphero Mini. Those are the round ones. The original Sphero 2.0 was a round robot as well. We also have Sphero Rover, which is more of a tank-like programmable robot that you can build on top of it through, additional capabilities there with Arduino, Raspberry Pi, things like that. But yeah, we're best known for our round robots, I would say. So the Mini is about the size of a ping pong ball. So that comes in the box with a clear shell. It also has a 28-piece construction set, 15 step-by-step project-based activity cards, lots of things that you can just do if you want to use household things, different items, craft materials to build your own obstacle courses. So you're going to get the Mini, you're going to get the construction set and 15 cards to just, get going right out of the box. And these are step-by-step, so it's easy for the kids to do it. If your kids are wanting to do it independently, if they have more of a coding foundation at home, or if they already have like a coding background. But no coding is really needed because you can drive the Sphero Mini with no need to know how to code right in the Sphero Play app. So what's really cool about it too is that you have the learner progression opportunity with Sphero. So if you have no coding experience, you can start playing games and just driving the Sphero Mini. And then you can work your way up to actually learning block-based coding or even up to JavaScript in the Sphero EDU app. And it's really great too because parents can get involved with it as well. It's great for, just family connection time.
Really lots of fun. And as you said, kids can use their imagination, use anything that they've got, books, Legos, whatever, to kind of add to the fun and the challenge here.
Absolutely. And one thing we find is that the family cat usually is very attracted to the Sphero Mini and will chase it around the house too. So when I say the whole family can get involved, if you have a cat, you can absolutely use it as a cat toy sometimes too. So it's really fun. It's very small and compact, very approachable for kids of all ages.
And how does the coding fit in here? Describe for me how kids learn some of the elements of coding?
Yeah, absolutely. So really, the principles of STEM and the foundations of coding are what being taught. And what a lot of people think is what coding is just sitting behind a screen and coding all day and, never interacting. But there is a lot more that actually comes from STEM education. And that's what we're, truly about is, developing these real world problem solving skills. STEM skills are much more important now than ever because they enhance a child's capacity to innovate and use technology and science as tools to help find solutions to different problems. But beyond that too, it helps to hone in on what we call the 4 C's. And this is very well known in the education space as these soft skills that you're gaining through coding. So you're developing critical thinking skills, which is the ability to find solutions to problems. You're developing your creativity skills by thinking outside of the box. You're developing collaboration skills. So if you're working together with a sibling or another kid that's in the same home as you with the Sphero Mini Activity Kit, you're learning how to work together to solve those problems. And then also you're developing your communication skills, which is really important with coding in that you're learning how to talk, write, and communicate effectively with others so that you can work towards the end solution to create code that works properly.
Very cool. Tell us about pricing.
Yeah, so it's really great. Right now, our kit, it's all in one. Like I said, it's an open and go. You've got all of this included to it, and it's $79.99 on Sphero.com, which is a really great price point. You get the mini and all the different accessories that go with it.
And I guess kids could be playing with more than one in a house. They wouldn't necessarily interfere with each other?
No, that's actually the really cool part about it is a one-to-one learning experience. So if 2 kids have 2 minis and 2 different devices, they can, navigate an obstacle together, but they don't necessarily compete with each other. So it's really kind of fun to come up with these head-to-head games, these races, navigate through the kitchen and see who Sphero can actually traverse a maze the fastest. I mean, it really kind of brings out the competitive side in kids too.
And I know you said it's pretty wide, but what's the age range this is intended for?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question, because it really depends on, kind of like the kid's comfortability and skill level. We don't recommend it for kids under 8 because there are some small parts, but if you do have maybe a 5-year-old who is a bit more tech savvy and, can drive it and is comfortable using an iPad or some sort of another device to just drive it, it's really a pretty broad range. We recommend it for kids 8 and up, but I mean, you could say if you're 8 or 80, you might enjoy the Sphero Mini Activity Kit.
And where's the best place for people to go to learn more about the Sphero Mini Activity Kit and your whole product line?
Yeah, so Sphero.com, we've just revamped it. We've got a beautiful new website full of information, resources for parents. Our blog is full of great information on just the importance of STEM learning and what the difference between like STEM and STEAM are, and just how you can really integrate it into your kids' daily life, kind of in kind of a fun and I would say, a play-based learning opportunity there. So yeah, check us out at Sphero.com.
And again, it's SPHERO.com. Amanda Vaden, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C-Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C-Crane.